Now I will be explaining you how to handle negative feedback. So the first point is listen carefully. The best way to receive negative feedback is to listen and actually hear what's being said. There is no question that not interrupting and listening carefully is the right thing to do when you're getting a negative feedback. Distinguish the accuracy of the feedback from the quality of its presentation. Few people are skilled at presenting criticism in a way that makes the recipient feel comfortable accepting what's being said as worthwhile information and learning from it. The next point is distancing your emotional self. So you're supposed to distance your emotional self and you're not supposed to take the negative feedback as a personal attack. And also you're not supposed to get defensive or argue. As a human being, it's quite obvious when you get to hear or when you get a negative feedback, it's very normal to get angry or sad. But you're not supposed to take it personally and react. Try not to get emotional when you're getting or when you're receiving a negative feedback. The third point is don't try to prove someone is wrong. You should be open-minded and accept the negative feedback with gratitude. You should not try to prove the other person is wrong. If the person who is criticizing you is actually or factually wrong, your response of you are wrong, your response saying that you are wrong won't help it. He or she is not going to listen to your point. So that is why it's not at all useful to give any kind of explanation, or it's not at all necessary to prove the other person wrong. When the other person is telling you and when the other person is giving you the negative feedback, the only option is to listen to the person without interrupting, and you can of course keep your point. You can of course say once the other person has completed his part. The fourth point is ask questions. So you can definitely ask questions to the other person, and it is also going to help the other person to communicate with you properly. But your questions should be logical and your questions should not be irrelevant or illogical. While asking questions, you cannot shout, and you must make sure that you are asking the questions politely, and you must also make sure that your questions are not offensive. So you must ask the right questions. If you do not ask the right questions, you won't get the right answers. We'll be continuing with the same in the next part of the video.